Hello everyone, very quickly before this video does start, I just wanted to say thank you for all the support recently on the second channel. If you haven't seen it already, I'm going to leave the link to the second channel down below. It's called LC Loaded. We've currently been playing Schedule 1 and we plan to play all different types of games on that channel, and we're pushing now, I think we're 98 subscribers away from 1,000 already, which is amazing. So the link to LC Loaded is down below if you want to go and watch me cover like news for other games, and also we're currently doing a series on Schedule 1 too. So link is down below, and thank you for all the support. Okay, so welcome back guys, and yes, you're probably wondering, we're talking about Aquatica again, and it's actually been a couple of weeks since we've talked about this, but the reason we're talking about it today is I've seen many ARK Survival Evolved YouTubers that are still playing on the old game, sort of giving their opinion on this DLC, and I personally really didn't agree with it. I'm obviously not going to name any names, but the reason I just didn't agree with it is because I know how things have gone, and if I'm proven wrong, I will be so happy. So for me, it's a win-win, because I'm going to say my point of view on this, and I know a lot of people think the same. But if I'm wrong, it'll be great, because it'll actually show that us players get some love for once. But if you guys do enjoy, drop a like, subscribe, come and join us on our servers, completely free to play, LoadedCrysis cluster, link in the description to our Discord, and I'll catch you in with the video. Right, so you're probably wondering right now, what have these ARK Survival Evolved YouTubers said? And pretty much, I understand it's all coming from a place of love, right? Because I miss the old game. The old game had so many memories for me. But pretty much a lot of these ARK YouTubers have been saying, well, I don't know actually how many of them have been saying it, but I've seen quite a few, and they're big ones. And they've said, at least Snail Games is actually showing some love for the old game, which is the better game, and actually trying to bring us back a great experience. Now, the reason I know deep down that this is completely silly that some people believe this is one of the things they're really excited about is the fact that there's going to be exclusive ARK Survival Evolved official server support, limited time support for official servers, enhancing the multiplayer experience. Can you, as a player, not see that this is going to try and be one of the biggest cash grabs in history? We've known that Snail Games, right, have been struggling with their earnings over time, and they've obviously always, just like, you know, anyone does in life, is always looking for a way to increase your earnings. Whether you're in your job and you're looking for another way to sort of like impress someone to get a promotion, or whatever you're doing, if you run your own company, you're always looking for that next big break that you can make some money. Snail Games need it right now. This DLC, Aquatica, was apparently first meant to be for ARK Survival Ascended. Studio Wildcard didn't want anything to do with it, and they decided to go back to the old game as it was a place they knew still had a huge player count, and that they would bring this DLC to it. Now, this DLC has got limited times official servers for support. Now, this screams to me that they're going to release this DLC, they're going to make some sales off this DLC, they're going to have official servers for a limited time support, which, by the way, we all know what's happened in the past with some Snail Games official servers with those T-Tribe, you know, so that this is being run, there'll be no wildcard servers or anything like that, and it is limited time support. What this means is you probably will have no support, because there's never been a chance that you can actually get in contact with Snail Games before. They've got into contact with me a few times over the years, you know, about like potential partnerships or something like that. And to be honest, there's been times like with the ARK Mobile that I've been interested in it, but apart from that, I've had no other contact with it. And for players, there isn't really another way to get into contact with them. So I don't know if they're actually even going to set anything up where you can support a ticket, submit a ticket. I mean, like, where's that actually gonna be? So unfortunately, as much as I love ARK Survival Evolved and it holds a place so dearly to my heart, I have to scream this from the rooftops that unfortunately all that Snail Games are doing here is trying to do a big money grab, take up as much sales as they can from that 40,000 player count at a peak. They're going to bring up some official servers, and as soon as it all dries up and people stop playing it because they realize how bad the DLC is going to be, they're going to be gone. They know they're going to be expecting some refunds, but they'll still be able to make some profit from it, and it's going to be a shame. It's going to be a real shame, because every single map that has gone into that old game was created with love and passion. And this DLC is clearly just used for a money grab. And people were still asking the question as well, is this going to be a free map? It's not going to be a free map. And even if it is a free map, which it is not going to be, they've not said anything on the price on it or anything like that, because they know that they'll get a lot of hate. And this map launches June 2025, which is exactly the same release date, around the same time as the Ragnarok launch on ASA. And it's just going to be a whole mess. You tell me any company that releases a content drop for their old game and their new game at the same time. There's clearly some sort of like rift going on with the two companies, and it does not smell good. Now again, this will probably be my last video on Aquatica until it actually launches, and well until we actually get info on the pricing and things like that. And again, I'm not stopping anyone from purchasing this DLC. I'm doing this out of the good of my heart that I'm making these videos, because I don't want you guys to spend money on this DLC, which by the way could be scarily expensive, because obviously they need a lot and they're going to sell it as this 10-year anniversary DLC and things like that. I'm doing it just to protect you, because then when obviously, you know, you're going to have to try and go for a refund purchase, and I just can't see this DLC being good. I cannot see this DLC being good and worth any money. Like, let alone, this DLC screams to me, I could be wrong, but it screams to me like a free unfinished map on the workshop. That's literally what it screams to me. They've apparently created this map in-house, and they've obviously learned some things over the way, but you just don't know where they've got their assets from. And I don't want to sit here and constantly make hate videos on Snail Games and what they do, but unfortunately there's nothing they've ever shown me that has made me as a player feel like I'm respected, and any of my community feel like they're respected. All I ever see is cash grabs, hiding away from comments, terrible business decisions. And the difference is, Wildcard do a lot of things wrong, and I do sort of slam them for those things that they do wrong, but in the overall thing, I see the work they put in, I see the love that they do show to the community, so I will give them some positive feedback from time to time when they deserve it. But Snail Games have not done one thing, and if this DLC launches, right, and it's really good, it's really addicting, and it actually has had some passion, some love put into it, and they do a proper gameplay trailer when it comes to that time, then I will take all of these words back and I will make a positive video on it. But for me, after the AI trailer, all of that rubbish, it has just been a massive disrespect to the community who have loved and put thousands and thousands of hours into this old game. So if you're an Ark Survival Evolved YouTuber out there, and you know, I just wanted to make this video to try and make you think a little bit more about before you say any opinion on this DLC until we see what's going on. Because I don't want like players to purchase this and have troubles getting refunds or anything like that. And I just don't want this to destroy the legacy of the game we've always once known and loved. And I understand the nostalgia. It's pure nostalgia. We miss the old game. And I understand, especially if you're a PvP YouTuber, the way the game used to play, that Wildcard, the way they're doing PvP is still kind of destroyed. That's why PvE is more popular on the game. They've kind of destroyed what was so great about PvP of the old game. And I get it. I do get it. But this is not the way we need to be moving forward. The way we're moving forward, unfortunately now, is ASA. And by the way, I'm saying unfortunately, I still think ASA can be a great game. It needs optimization. Maybe some PvP changes can happen to the game, and we move forward from there, because the game looks great. It just needs those upgrades. We would then get all of the maps get released, and we move forward from there. Snail Games have tried to sell us Ark Survival Ascended as the next world, and now they're going back on their word and going back to the old game to simply just tell you all the stuff you want to hear and then sell you a DLC. But anyway, that's going to be my say on things. Again, this is no hate to any ARK YouTubers out there at all. It's just me simply saying my opinion and my thoughts on this situation, and I really do believe that we need to be careful when when you're talking about how you generally think they're making this DLC for the love of the community, because unfortunately it's just not the way they've ever worked. Hopefully one day they may actually speak to us that we're actual humans and not just robots and you know, ways for them to make money, but I can't see it. And I'm telling you, June 2025 is going to be an interesting year for ARK. Or interesting year? Interesting month. Catch you guys in my next video.